Peace, love, and blessings, fam. Johnny Sally here with day 10 of Wisdom of the Ages by Wayne W. Dyer. If you've missed any of the previous readings, you can go check them out at Loyalty Life, spelled Lyfe, Legacy LLC on YouTube, or you can find them on my Facebook page, which will take you straight to YouTube. Let's get started. The Now. From the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam. The moving finger writes, and having writ, moves on. Nor all thy piety nor wit shall lure it back to cancel half a line, nor all thy tears wash out a word of it. Omar Khayyam. Omar Khayyam was a scholar and astronomer who lived in Iran. His poetry reflects his thoughts about the deity, good and evil, spirit, matter, and destiny. Almost 1,000 years have passed since the birth of Omar, the world's most famous tent maker, poet, and astronomer, all rolled into one brilliant philosophical storyteller. This particular quatrain from the Rubaiyat contains a lesson that has not diminished at all in the passing of a millennium. These famous words embrace a subtle truth that escapes many people. One way to understand the wisdom of this quatrain is to imagine your body in a speedboat that is cruising through the water at 40 knots per hour. You stand on the stern of that boat and peer down at the water. What you would see in this imagery, this imaginary scene, is the wake. Now, I ask you to philosophize about the following 3 questions. Question 1. What is the wake? You probably will conclude that the wake is the trail that is left behind and nothing more. Question number 2. What is driving the boat? The boat represents you cruising through your life. The answer is the present moment energy being generated by the engine, and nothing more is responsible for making the boat go forward. Or, in the case of your life, the present moment thoughts that propel your body to move forward and nothing more. Question number 3. Is it possible for the wake to drive the boat? The answer is obvious. A trail that is left behind can never make a boat go forward. It is just a trail and nothing more. The moving finger writes, and having writ, moves on. One of life's greatest illusions is the belief that the past is responsible for the current conditions of our lives. Often, we assign this reason to explain why we cannot get out of our ruts. We insist it is because of all the problems that we faced in our past. We take wounds that we experienced in our youth, bound ourselves to them, and continue to blame those unfortunate experiences for our current miserable circumstances. These, we insist, are the reasons we can't move forward. In other words, we are living the illusion that our wake is driving our lives. Think of when you had a physical injury, such as a cut on your hand. Your body's nature takes over immediately and begins to close up the wound. Of course, it has to be cleansed to be healed, as do emotional wounds as well. Healing takes place rather quickly, then, because your nature says, close up all those wounds and you will be healed. Yet, when your nature also says, close up all those wounds in your past, you often ignore your nature and instead create a bonding to those wounds. living in your memories and using those ripples out of your past to live the illusion that this is the source of your immobility or failure to move on. The moving finger that Omar Khayyam refers to is your body. Once it writes, it is complete, and there is absolutely nothing that you can do to unwrite it. None of your tears will erase a single word of your written history. No amount of wit, prayer, and piety can change a single drop of your wake. It is a trail that you have left behind. While you may benefit from reviewing that trail, you must come to a knowing within you that only your present moment thoughts of how you process the wake are responsible for your life today. It has been said many times that circumstances do not make a man, they reveal him. The tendency to blame our past for our current shortcomings is tempting. It is the easy road in that we have a ready excuse for refusing to take the risks involved in driving the boat ourselves. Everyone, and I emphasize everyone, has conditions and experiences in the past that can be used as excuses for inaction. The wake of all our lives overflows with the debris of our past history. Parental shortcomings, addictions, phobias, abandonment issues, dysfunctional family members, missed opportunities, bad luck, lousy economic conditions, and even birth orders are all glaring at us just below the surface in the wake of our lives. And yet, the moving finger has written the story, and nothing can be done to unwrite it. Omar Khayyam reminds us from another place, another time, and another language of the simple common sense that the past is over. And not only is it over, but it is not subject to rewind or recall. Furthermore, it is an illusion to believe that the past is what drives or fails to drive your life today. That finger is still attached to your heart and can write anything it chooses, regardless of what it wrote yesterday. Wake up and get out of the wake and listen to the wisdom of Omar the tent maker. The essential lessons of this quatrain include: live today. Let go of all your attachment to your past as an excuse for your life's conditions today. You are the product of the choices you are making right now. And nothing in your wake can affect you today if you heed this common sense. Remove all blame from your vocabulary. Catch yourself when you find yourself using your past as a reason for your failure to act today. And instead say, I am free now to detach myself from what used to be. Let go of your tears that have been a symbol of your attachment to the past. The sadness and self-pity will not wash away one tiny fragment of your past. Gently remind the wounded part of yourself that that was then and this is now. Learn from those experiences. Bless them as great teachers. And then come rushing back to the working unit of your life now. There is a past, but not now. There is a future, but not now. From 1,000 years ago, grasp this simple truth and write your life with it. Whew. Well, again, like I said yesterday, perspective is the difference between adversity and adventure. So, from the perspective of those who hold on to the past, yes, their past is controlling their present everyday moments because they are allowing it to And as Omar said, they are making the choice to stay bonded to it. And it gives the excuse of not moving forward. Now, that can be not moving forward by choice, not moving forward unconsciously. We as earthling humans tend to always need an excuse for everything. So, how he just presented that the past is the past and the past is over, the only thing we can do is learn from it. I recall certain things that have happened in my life where, for instance, my mother taught me to be a certain way in order to protect me. But at some point, I had to accept responsibility for the choices I chose to make going forward. And even me understanding that she did it to protect me, that's a part of my past. If I use that as an excuse, then I'm allowing my past to dictate and control who I am and who I say I am now. This is a reflection of what many in the spiritual community call healing yourself or healing your inner child. You're going back, in a sense, and re-observing the past experiences, traumas, things that have happened in your life, and just being able to say, hey, it happened. Today, I can be whoever I want to be. But you give yourself the permission to move forward. You give yourself the space to remove all guilt and even forgive yourself for keeping your inner child locked in a state, and in so doing, keeping yourself locked in a state of immobility, of not moving forward and becoming the best person you are able to become. So right now, if you have the time, let's go ahead and go through a short meditation in connection to this, right? If you're not able to do that, just save the video, come back to it when you're able at 12 minutes and 12 seconds. Divine timing. So let's begin. I want you to close your eyes. We're going to take 3 deep breaths. Inhale. 1, 1,000. 2, 1,000. 3, 1,000. 4. Hold it. 1, 1,000. 2, 1,000. 3, 1,000. 4. And breathe out. Second breath. Hold it. Breathe out. And last deep inhale. 1,000. 2, 1,000. 3, 1,000. 4. Hold it. And breathe out. Now, I want you to envision yourself standing in front of a younger version of you. Think back to a time that your feelings were hurt, someone offended you or did something towards you that is stuck with you. Now, allow yourself to hold that feeling. But let that feeling be held from the inner child of you. Allow that feeling that is connected between you and your inner child to be seen as connected by a cord from your heart chakra to your child heart chakra. I want you to get down on one knee and look your child self in the face. Look him directly in the eyes. And I want you to repeat after me. I love you. I thank you for being as strong as you have been. I apologize for not allowing you to be able to resolve the hurt and the pain that you've carried for so long. I love you, and you no longer have to carry these burdens. Give yourself a hug, and as you hug your inner child, bring them back into yourself. And place your hands over your heart chakra and repeat after me. I love you, self. I am thankful for how strong you have been. I appreciate you, and I forgive you. I love you, and I am happy that you are still with me. Now, we're going to take 3 more deep breaths and close out. Slowly inhale. 1, 1,000. 2, 1,000. 3, 1,000. 4. Hold it. And blow out all that tension and emotions you're holding. Another deep breath. 1, 1,000. 2, 1,000. 3, 1,000. 4. Hold it. And breathe out. Last deep breath. Inhale. 1, 1,000. 2, 1,000. 3, 1,000. 4. Hold it. And breathe out. Slowly open your eyes and come back to this moment. I thank you for being with me today. I ask that from this moment forward, anytime you allow your past to drive your present, or you allow the wake to drive your boat, think back on that short meditation and know that you can always heal yourself from anything of your past. You do not have to hold on to it. You do not have to give the wheel to anyone else to control your healing. You are responsible and you are obligated to allow yourself to be happy and enjoy life. Don't let anybody or anything control the you now that prevents you from operating in your brightest light and shining love and joy onto the world. Thank you again for being with me. Know that you are loved. Walk in love and walk in peace.